Thank you so much for joining me as I talk about the top 10 physical Nintendo Switch 1 and 2 games to buy before they become rare and expensive. And for this video, I do have to talk about some upcoming releases because there are some rare games that are getting reprints and brand new physical releases, so those will be included in this list as well. And the first one of those games is one that I talked about, I believe, on the first or second episode that I ever made talking about rare Switch games on this channel, and that game is The Legend of Nayuta Boundless Trails. Now, why am I talking about this game again? Because Video Games Plus is doing a reprint of this physical version right here, the deluxe edition, which does come with a digital soundtrack, a mini art book, and also a reversible cover art. And this game is a spin-off of the Legend of Heroes Trail series, but this game does combine the storytelling of those games along with the action elements of the Ys series. And it's one that I haven't gotten around to playing yet despite owning it, but I have heard really good things about it. And this reprint is great news for physical collectors because a brand new sealed copy of this game right now will run you for about $70 USD or more. But from Video Games Plus, I believe you're going to be able to get it from 50 something. And they say that they expect this game to ship sometime in June or July. Now, I'm not sure how you pronounce the second game that I need to talk about here today. It's either the House in Fata Morgana or the House in Fata Morgana. But I just had to talk about this game because it is getting a brand new PEGI import physical release that comes out on August 20th, because here in the US it only got a limited run physical release and it does go for very expensive right now. And this game is a kind of horror style visual novel that is one of the most highly rated Nintendo Switch games, sitting at a Metacritic of 96 right now. Everyone says this is a fantastic visual novel, one of the best out there. So if you're looking to get a physical copy at an affordable price, now is your chance to order that import release. And if the shipping is a lot, then I would recommend checking out Video Games Plus, as they often do sell import games on their website as well, and the shipping isn't too bad if you live in the United States like I do. But if you are interested in checking this game out online right now, the new physical release, you can check it out by just searching the title of the game, The House in Fata Morgana, Clear River Games. They are the ones that are publishing this brand new physical release. So Blue Reflection Second Light is a game that I'm glad to own in my Nintendo Switch collection. I truly believe this game is an underrated hidden gem JRPG for the Nintendo Switch, and I may have to double dip on it because they did announce that they're going to be doing a 4-pack of the Blue Reflection series called Blue Reflection Quartet. Now, this game is only getting a digital release for the Switch 1 and the Switch 2 here in the US, and I believe all English-speaking countries, but it is getting an Asian import release that's going to have all the games in English, and this game is going to feature the first Blue Reflection game. It's going to feature Blue Reflection Second Light, and it's also going to feature the anime adapted into a playable scenario, and it's also going to feature the mobile game Blue Reflection Sun reworked with new characters and everything, where they're going to connect all the stories together. So I gotta admit, I'm pretty excited for that release, and I do need to get around to picking that up eventually because I have only played Blue Reflection Second Light, but based on that game, this seems to be an amazing series. Now, before I go on with this list, I do gotta be honest with you all. It does get a little rough on these YouTube streets sometimes, so if you would please help me out by hitting the like button and hype button if you feel you're getting any value or entertainment out of this video, and subscribe to the channel if you're not already, if you like content like this. Now, I guess I did get a little bit ahead of myself because I forgot to mention that Blue Reflection Quartet does release on July 30th. And if you're looking to pre-order it, I believe you can pre-order from Play Asia right now. So we are making it to the first Nintendo Switch 2 physical game on this list. And I just want to be clear, whether I'm talking about a Switch 1 or Switch 2 game, I'm only talking about true physical games that are all on the cartridge, no game key cards or download required games on this list. But the next one is an Asian English import that is only getting a physical release. That way, every other release will be digital or key card, and that game is Brigandine Abyss. This is a strategy RPG that is coming to the Switch too, and the physical release does come out on August 27th. And yes, it is fully on cart, and this one definitely does interest me because I do like my strategy RPGs. This game does look really cool. I gotta look more into it myself. And although I am not a big fan of limited release games, I did have to mention this next game just because it is the first Nintendo Switch 2 physical game that we're getting from Super Rare Games, and it is a niche game called Mini Shoot Adventures. Now, this game is basically kind of a shoot 'em up or shmup that you play in this kind of top-down Legend of Zelda style game. I know a lot of people say it is a solid game. There are pre-orders open for this right now. I'm not sure when pre-orders close, so if you're interested in it, you may want to pre-order this game sooner than later. It is getting a standard release for around $52, a special edition for around $72, and they're saying that this game is expected to ship in July. So now that I've got all the upcoming releases out of the way, I want to talk about 5 more physical games that you can buy right now, and some of them are already becoming harder to find. But the first one that I want to talk about is actually a new release. It is a really niche JRPG, and that's the reason why I have it on this list, because oftentimes those niche JRPGs that don't end up selling a lot do become rare and expensive later, and possibly even sought after by collectors. And that game is Etron Overlord. Now, I do have the special edition as well that NIS was kind enough to give me to do an unboxing for on my channel. So if you're interested in seeing all the contents in this special edition, feel free to check out the unboxing on my channel. It's less than 5 minutes and I show you everything in the contents that the package has to offer. But this is a niche action musical JRPG, and I'm actually looking forward to checking it out pretty soon. So definitely look forward to hearing more niche JRPG talk on this channel right here. And the next game that I want to talk about is another JRPG kind of game, but it's also kind of a cozy game that's really holding its value and seems to maybe be spiking in price a little bit after the release of Pokemon Pokopia, because there was a game just like that released. It just basically had a different skin on it before, and that game is Dragon Quest Builders 2. Dragon Quest Builders 1 is also, I believe, getting more pricey and hard to find. The physical copy also does have a reversible cover, but this is kind of like a cozy life sim town building game, very similar to Pokemon Pokopia. And I think after that game released, this game got a little more hype and talk about it, and I think that's why the physical copies are holding their price and possibly even spiking a little bit lately. Now, the next game I want to talk about is one that isn't really, super rare or expensive or anything like that right now, but I wanted to put it on this list because they have stopped producing physical copies for this game. Now they're only making code and box releases. Of course, it's Ubisoft, and I believe I did talk about this game on the channel before. I don't think I ever put it in this series specifically though, but the game is Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. Now, this is a highly revered, highly rated Metroidvania. A lot of people say this is one of the best Metroidvanias that you can play right now on the Nintendo Switch. I believe it runs at a stable 60 frames per second and all that. I'm definitely looking forward to playing this game and getting around to it one day. I need to get into Metroidvanias more. I gotta admit, I'm a little apprehensive to get into a Metroidvania only because I feel like I'm going to hit a wall after all my progress and then never be able to beat the game, because it's easy to get lost in those games and just not know what to do or where to go. And I know that they can be pretty difficult sometimes as well. Now, the next Switch game that I want to talk about is one that's really holding its value well, even for a used physical copy. It's for like $40 to $50, maybe even more, and it's not exactly easy to find new copies of this game anymore. And that game is Astral Chain. Now, this game is one that everybody talks about being a super underrated first-party gem for the Nintendo Switch. It's kind of like an action RPG. I know there's some debates online of whether it's an RPG or not, but it is a really cool game made by Platinum Games, the same developers as the Bayonetta series. I really do need to commit to fully playing through this game pretty soon, and I probably will get around to it this year because I've been eyeing this game in my backlog for a long time now. And I gotta be honest, game number 10 on this list is one that I kind of just put on here to pad out this list a little bit, I'm not gonna lie, but it is a game series that always holds its value. It's not like you're ever gonna see this in the bargain bin. It's always at the very least gonna hold its value, and I just wanted to recommend it as a great game that probably gets a little bit too much hate, but the hate is deserved, and that is Pokemon Legends ZA. Now, I will admit this is an undercooked game. It doesn't have the polish it deserves, but if you like the battling in Pokemon games, this game just really freshened things up with the new action RPG battle system. You still give them commands, but they fight in real time. And I would say that the battling in this game is a lot of fun. It still has the cool monster collecting elements in it. And I would say this is probably the most fun 7 out of 10 type of game that I've ever played. It is a solid Pokemon adventure that you will enjoy if you are a fan of the OG games, Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3. I believe that's how I feel about it, at least. And these games always do hold their value well, but I really do appreciate you all watching the video so much. If you would, please hit the like button for me, hit the hype button for me before you go. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already, if you like this kind of content and want more. And I will definitely look forward to catching you all on the next video.